I welcome Chayton.
Motivation. How do we encourage adults, because someone that's as tall as I am is a child, so that's why adults, kids, and ourselves. For a long time in history, fear was used as a strong motivator. Fear in terms of punishment, whether it's physical or verbal. Modern day, today, we don't accept that. Today we say we have to use words, positive reinforcement, encourage kids, adults, and people with words of encouragement. For example, spanking. The data point about spanking, including in the US, almost until about 1990, more than 70–80% of the kids were spanked. Now, if you look at other cultures, blacks, browns, or geographically, if you went to Asia, that percentage was even higher. And I wouldn't be surprised if spanking percentage is high enough even today in Asian countries. Perhaps, I could be wrong, the girls were spared a little. At least my sister was. Perhaps Madeline is shaking her head. Definitely, even if the girls were spared, the boys were not. Yuvraj looks all cute and healthy today, but I'm 100% confident this man from Punjab, he must have got punched in his throat. He should be thankful that he didn't get killed by a sword, because his family carries swords. Today, we have a 9-year-old, Rima. Even if she wasn't a girl, a boy, my wife and I would not have spanked her. But we do use words of encouragement, but at the same time, we give her threats. And there are many families that also do something called as love withdrawal.
If you don't finish your homework, we're not going to go out. Mommy won't come and spend time with you.
But that is also punishment. That is also fear. If you think about it, and if you've read one of my favorite authors, Alfie Kohn's books, Unconditional Parenting and Punished by Rewards, Alfie argues that what we think as negative, which is punishments, physical or verbal, and what we think as positive, rewards, bribes, there's a small distinction between rewards and bribes. I'll come to that in a minute. Rewards, bribes, words of encouragement. Alfie argues that both the negative and the positive are actually two sides of the same coin. They're one and the same. Let that sink a little. They're not different. We think they're different. They're just one and the same. There is one more argument that Alfie makes, and I'll give you a couple of examples. Growing up, my mom used to spank me. My face looks like something that needs to be spanked, so she used to spank me. As I grew older, she started using a stick. And the good part in India is your teachers and your parents, they'll ask you to go pick the stick you have to be spanked with and bring it. Everybody's nodding their head. That's exactly what happened. I went and picked a nice neem tree, bark, stick, whatever. My mom used to spank me with that. As I grew older, the stick wouldn't do. She then started using the belt, not the sword, the belt, the buckle side. Today, with my daughter, let's say she has to clean her room. We would perhaps say,
Riva, if you clean your room, you'll get to eat an ice cream.
3 months down, she's not cleaning the room for an ice cream.
Riva, if you clean your room, you'll get an ice cream and get to watch TV.
I come in sometimes.
If you don't clean your room, you will be grounded for 2 hours.
What would be the next step? My wife would come and say,
If you clean your room, you'll get to eat ice cream, watch TV, and then we'll buy you a big aeroplane, the real one.
Alfie's point is, these motivators, fear or words, positive, they only work in the short term, not permanently. If they did work permanently, you would not need to have, first, up the ante. Second, you don't need to repeat it once and done. But that's not happening, right? It means either you're not powerful enough to instill that fear, that's what you think, or perhaps your words are landing on deaf ears. Alfie's point is both of these are extrinsic, external motivators. There is a good saying in India when I grew up. The essence of it is, no one can motivate anyone. Intrinsic. You have to be motivated within, by self. Nobody can motivate anybody. It is everybody's own journey, and they have to be inspired and motivated. Now, a lot of us or all of us have had young kids, or they have young kids. Have you ever tried to reason with a young child? If you try to make them understand the big picture, do you think they'll understand the big picture? No. Forget the kids, even yourselves. You go to Chi's Zumba class for 30 minutes and you think, oh wow, I've spent 400 calories. I'll go put my face in a tub of ice cream. It doesn't make any logic. Even adults, we are not driven by logic. We think we are motivated, but it's very illogical. I urge you, I challenge you, one day soon, the kids will grow up and will become adults. Hopefully, they will be inspired and motivated. But are you today as adults, and me also as an adult, are we motivated enough, intrinsically? Thank you.
New speech skills today.